update here.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. How y'all doing?
Hope everybody's doing well.
Can I move it closer?
No. You never listen to me.
Yes, you're okay. All right.
All right.
So, how's everybody doing?
There's a list.
Oh, our list. Let me get it.
Gotta get our list of topics. Otherwise, who knows what we would talk about. But how y'all doing out there in internet land?
And actually, speaking of internet land, today and for the past few days, our internet has been even worse than usual.
Oh.
So I would say that there's a fairly high possibility that this live will crash and burn. So we'll see how we do.
So make sure you stick around.
I know, not to sell ourselves too
Oh,
high.
we should be
too
okay
short.
because we're on the phone, so that usually does.
Sorry. There we go. All right.
Keston had to move the rubber band that holds our phone to the tripod.
Because I want to read the chat
Yeah,
so I
read
can
the
say
chat.
hi to everybody. Hi, Hilltop Flower Farms. Hi, MI Home Farmstead. And Where to Begin Homestead.
Homestead.
Hi, Rebel Canners. Oh, hi, Newbie Steaders. Thank you for coming. Thank you for wrenching.
They don't have a choice.
Yeah, that's
They
true.
wrenched.
I know, we do.
Yeah.
We were just like doling them out one week, and by we, I mean...
Sorry, I made a quick decision.
Yeah.
I just did it.
All right. Oh, hi, Field Family. How are you?
Hey, Carla.
Hi, Carla. How are you? Thanks for coming. Did everybody have as nice of weather as we had today?
Woo! 50 degrees, baby.
Yes.
Gotta love that.
I
Hey,
know.
hey, Peanut.
Hi, Peanut Butter. So Peanut went to the vet on Friday and weighed, what was
106.
it? 106 pounds. This little skinny muffin. Ooh, 63. That's nice.
64, that's also nice.
Rebel Canders, if you want a wrench, I can wrench you. Would a wrench make you feel good?
Go for it. Nice. Yeah, it was nice to finally see the ground for like the first time in a month and a half. Peanut, why don't you go somewhere else?
Done. Yeah, when I dog walk as my like side hustle. Hi, Christopher. And whenever I dog walk when it's like super warm out but there's snow on the ground, as I walk I kick snow off the curb into the road to encourage more melting. It's like my little part to help the snow go away faster.
Is it?
Wow, 70 yesterday. Ooh.
Well, that's funny because one of our dogs, Pepper, cannot get enough of the snow. So she for whatever reason, she just loves.
I know
the snow.
Pepper loves the snow. It's like the only thing in the world
Yeah.
that she loves. Hi, Mailbag Ranch. All right. So that's the weather.
That is the weather.
Ready? Oh, and due to the weather, what were you able to do?
Oh yeah.
Nice segue. Look at how sweet Peanut is being.
I think she's actually kind of upset.
Is she? What? She's trying to intimidate the puppy?
Well, I think she's trying to lay down. But,
Sorry.
hey, Susanna Heller.
Oh, hi, Susie.
But so since
Jealous
it
of
was
that braid.
so warm out today, we went and checked on our bees. Oh, great.
Along the river at Homestead. That's so great.
So we were able to look at our bees, and so it seems like we had 3 hives. We had 2 that we purchased last year, and 1 that we caught a swarm. And it's not looking too good for the 2 hives, for the 2 packages that we purchased. But the swarm that we caught seems to be doing just fine. They're so on the warmer days they're able to get up and go out and go on cleansing flights, meaning going out and go poop and all that and clear the dead bees out of the hive. So they were doing all of that, so that was good.
Hi, sweetie.
It is sad that it looks like we lost 2 hives, but at least we still got 1, so that would be good.
The Haven Farm. Hello, how are you?
But we also did buy 3 new packages for this year.
Hey, TNS. The beekeeping groups say don't count a hive out as dead
True.
until the spring thaw. So,
True.
maybe once it's actually spring,
Yeah.
we'll still have 2, hopefully. But we're
And
gonna...
mulberry branch, that's what I'm hoping for too. And I think I would also like to see if they could raise a queen, because
Hey, in the garden again.
They were smaller, much smaller, and not nearly as strong as our other two hives. I mean, we had one hive that was like
We called
packed.
it the strong hive.
Right.
Like every time we opened it, we were like, "Oh, this hive is so strong. It's so good."
But why are you biting me? But so yeah, so maybe we'll be able to do something with that swarm.
But even if like the worst case scenario, we're gonna have a boatload of drawn out comb.
Yeah.
And we're gonna put swarm traps everywhere.
Yeah.
We've got permission to put them at my mom's house and at our friend Kate's house. And
Well, and now that we
we're
have
about
40
to have
acres,
40 acres,
yeah.
so we're just gonna
Yeah.
swarm trap here, swarm trap there, swarm
Yeah.
trap there, and if those are the hives that live, then
Yeah.
that's what we're gonna focus
Right.
on.
Well, I have a feeling that the swarm that we caught may have been maybe not a wild swarm, but at least a previously overwintered hive that somebody lost, because they seem to be doing so well. So
Yeah, I don't think that those were like wild bees.
Right,
I think those were
right.
somebody's bees.
yeah, I think that's just kind of how it goes.
Do you have a goal number of hives to have?
I don't think any real goal. So we ordered 3 more packages, and we're gonna put one
Hi, Rev.
at
Thank you.
Catherine's mom's house, because she started like a wildflower meadow, and so it'd be nice to have bees pollinating all her flowers over there. So I don't think we have like a goal.
But I think the more the merrier.
Yeah, the more up to a point where we can manage it, because doing hive inspections does take a long time.
Yeah.
So
Though I was watching on VW Family Farms, they had the state bee inspector come out and inspect their hives with them because that's something that their state requires for selling.
we would need to do that too, I think.
Right. So, but he could blow through inspections. He said that he can do like, I forget what he said exactly, so I'm not just gonna make up numbers, but he doesn't like look at every frame, look for the queen. He just pulls up like a good center frame, and if he sees like eggs, larvae,
Right.
and bees, he says
Yeah, and that's
todo es
basically
bueno.
when we first started doing hive
Oh, hi
inspections.
from Alaska, Journey North. Hello, how are you?
We would look through like every frame that we could, but I
Right.
think it's better for the bees to not bother them as
Right.
much as possible. And I think we know a lot more now what to look for,
Right.
so I think our inspections could
We'll
be a
go
lot faster.
faster.
And that's what you look for. You look for eggs, you look for larvae, and you look for
Hi, Esther's gardening.
capped brood, and you don't necessarily need to see the queen. You just need to see evidence that she's around.
Hey, Morgan. Wow, 31 people here. Thank you guys. Thank you everybody for coming. We really appreciate it.
We do.
Super fun.
Super.
This is the only socializing we do
Yeah.
in the given world, and also before that. So, Cat is the queen. Did you hear? Oh,
I did.
Maybe I should pin that comment too. Cat is queen. How do I replace pinned message?
But we could put a swarm trap
Oh, thank you, Mulberry Branch.
at your place, Christopher, if you want. But
Oh yeah, Christopher, if you want to try to catch a swarm, does Christopher
so
keep
he
bees?
said he planted a bunch of stuff. I don't remember if Christopher keeps bees or not.
Christopher,
But
do you keep bees? If you keep bees and you want a swarm trap, I mean, you could keep the bees.
yeah,
But I don't know, catching swarms was fun.
it was fun. It was exciting.
And then there was after no bees for you. Well, we would be happy to put a swarm trap at your property.
Right.
We caught the one swarm and then we emptied that swarm trap out and moved it, and then like every other day we'd be like, oh, we think we've got another one. We think we've got another one, and it went like that for the whole summer. I think bees were just like clearing things out or being sassy or trying to confuse us.
Yeah,
So it's like whatever, but yeah, the swarm traps are fun.
that was exciting. Very
Okay.
exciting.
Bees.
Bees.
Chicken tractor?
Chicken tractor. What about chicken tractor?
I don't know, you wrote it down.
So we're building my first like chicken tractor for our friend, and it's coming along nicely.
Is that the update?
I don't know. That's pretty much the update. But it was from a plan Green Meadow Homestead, I think had, and so it's pretty cool. We're
You can't have bees in Field Family Farm in Hannahstown. Yeah,
That's
this I don't know. Do you watch the City Stead? Josh, he had that problem too, but like he found out about it after he got his bees. You want to say hi to Pepper?
Whole
Oh
family's
my
down
goodness, Jim Holcomb, hello. That's my dad. Everybody say hi to my dad. There's Pepper for you, Teresa. Dad, thanks for coming to one of our
Yeah.
lives. That's so nice.
here. How about that?
And hello, Crazy Life Homestead. Dad, how was the weather in Ohio? My dad's in Ohio. It was, thank you. It was super warm here today. I hope it was warm there for you too.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Dad, are you reading the chat? You see all these? That's so fun.
That is fun.
Okay. You want to talk about how your meeting with the town went?
Sure. So today,
Then just so we're clear, I think everybody knows that we're moving.
yes, we
EQ.
Hey, Josh, how you doing?
Oh, City Stead, hi. We were just talking about you. We were
It
talking
is
about your bees.
A potty over here.
It is a potty over here.
So I had a meeting with the town that we're moving to just discuss some of our plans and, because we're going to be building a whole bunch of stuff. And so I wanted to make sure we were ahead of it in terms of, the zoning and building offices as our dog falls off the couch.
Oh no, City Stead, did your beehive die, do you think? Right,
Wait until spring.
Yeah, don't
never know.
count it dead until the thaw, but right before you joined, we were talking that we think we've lost 2 of our 3. But that's the upside of having multiple hives, is that if you just have one and you lose it, you're 100% out. And even though we lost more hives, we lost a lower percentage of our hives.
Yeah, hopefully.
Oh, but what a drag.
Yeah. So,
Sorry to interrupt.
that's okay.
I'm just so excited that Josh is here.
Yeah, well, and this is a very exciting topic talking about how I met with the town this morning. But so our new town zoning and building departments are actually really cool, especially in terms of farming. Because in a lot of towns you'd have to get a separate permit for each kind of outbuilding that you're doing, but they're giving us one permit for all of the chicken coops that we're going to build.
So nice of them.
Which is so nice of them, especially because it's going to be like 10, 11, 12 chicken coops. And then they're just cool. I was there. It took about half an hour of the time, and talked about different regulations for different stuff, because we talked about a couple things for the cottage in terms of like housing, where we're going to live and stuff, and then we also talked about some farm stuff in terms of having like a farm stand and.
What did they say about the
greenhouse.
farm stand? Oh, easy.
So
we don't have a live on camera
Yeah.
dog fight.
So there's 2 different kinds of farm stands that you can have: temporary and permanent.
Yeah.
The only thing about a permanent farm stand is that you need to have space for 10 people to park their cars.
Whoa, that's a lot of people.
Temp-
We should be so lucky.
Temporary, you need space for 2.
Okay.
So I think even if we wanted to do the only thing that a permanent structure is like, if it has a foundation. So.
And we don't.
should be
I mean,
fine.
we would never really need it to be permanent because.
We're not going to be operating half the year.
Yeah, nothing happens for most of the year.
So.
And Dorman, it's a family reunion. And I saw Esther asked where in Ohio he's in. I didn't see him answer. He's in Shaker Heights near Cleveland, right near Johns Hopkins University.
Is it over there?
I think so. Is it not?
I have no idea.
Maybe take that back. It's near some college that I did a campus tour of.
There you go. But yeah, so it went well. They're all very nice out there. Our town representatives were all super nice and very helpful, but the town regulations ended up being a lot more restrictive here at our current house than I originally thought. So I think, I don't know whether it's that it's a smaller town or that they're more farm forward or whatever, but there's no restrictions on the number of animals that we can
I know
have.
that was really the selling point
Yeah.
because every town that we looked in, we had like a 7 or 8 town like radius that we would consider because John works from home, so he could go pretty much anywhere.
Pretty much, yeah.
But I have a pretty sick job. It's highly rated, 10 out of 10.
But you do need to be.
And
You do need to go there.
and I need to go there sometimes, so basically daily, almost every day. I
Well,
need to
especially
go.
now, you've been a lot busier.
Right. So, we drew a little circle like these are our acceptable towns, and Newtown. Oops. Newtown.
Our new town.
Yeah, our new town. There you go. was like basically as far as I was like, okay, that'll still work, because I've done some commutes, but like when we found out how farm friendly their regulations were, we were like, oh no, we'll make this work.
And yeah, so
John Carroll, yes.
Esther, like every house that we would look at, we would see the town, and then I would immediately go to
I know, yeah.
the town website and look at the zoning regulations.
Like something would pop up on Zillow, and I would send it to John, and he'd be like, no, that town only allows, whatever chickens.
Yeah. So and again, they were really friendly, really nice there, and very helpful. So because we're also planning on building a giant greenhouse.
Oh, did they say we could build a huge one?
Yeah.
Is Brian in here? Brian, show yourself. How big are we gonna do it?
I think 16 by 32. The only thing. Well, so they said, because I asked them about the pole barn also.
Okay.
And they said anything over 600 square feet needs to be frost proof, which means it either needs to have a foundation that's 42 inches deep, or like, in terms of the pole barn, it would need to have the posts go like 4 feet into the ground.
This little puppy is such a monster.
Such a monster.
No restrictions, so elephants are on the docket.
Yeah, totally.
So they actually no pigs.
Yeah.
Strangely, like of all the things that you could restrict, they chose pigs.
Well, because the one thing that they do have, so they have setback requirements of 100 feet for all outbuildings, and then 110 feet for animal shelters.
But let's get real, we're on 40 acres, like we'll be fine.
But also they have setback
Feet everywhere.
requirements. They have setback requirements for the manure piles. So it's also like, in terms of wetlands, we can graze our animals on the wetlands, but we can't store manure there. So they just have requirements for that. So as long as we have good manure control, we should be fine.
And the other requirement was what do they call them, fur or something?
Oh yeah, you can't grow animals for the strict purpose of like selling their pelts. So no like mink or anything like that. We can have sheep, we can have alpacas, because that's not their pelts. Hey, will you stop?
Javelinas? What is a javelina?
I don't know. Maybe capybaras. Will you stop?
Oh, chupacabras?
No, capybara.
Chupacabras.
No. I had a mohawk in college, and it was blonde, and a guy at McDonald's called me a chupacabra.
Oh, so you've got like a problem with a...
I have a thing.
Okay, gotcha. There's history there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think we really wanted to go down the pig road anyway. We do not like...
We're not all about growing our own meat. Yeah. Our animals are pets.
Yeah, right.
We don't have any problem with buying chicken or bacon from the grocery store.
And I don't have any problem with anybody who raises it.
Right,
It's
yeah,
just
yeah.
not for
just
us.
not for us.
And I wouldn't mind maybe having a pet pig, but
Right,
not
yeah,
every
no,
time,
totally,
so.
totally. But
pigs eat so much, so I don't know. Like we've got 3 Great Danes sitting on the couch with us, like they don't eat so much. So emu eggs was a requested update. We did an emu egg weigh-in on Sunday, and it went pretty well.
Yeah, it's funny, and I'm sure it's one of those things where you can't control it no matter what you do. But so after the first week,
where's your orange string? Can I get that for her?
Go for it.
Okay, excuse me.
Whatever it is. So after the first week, our first run of eggs were a little light, so they lost a little bit too much weight. So we increased the humidity, and I sort of figured out the way to keep the humidity up in there. So we were able to get that done, and we did another weigh-in. And so it's funny. So some of them were just off by a tiny little bit of where they're supposed to be, and then some of them were 2 grams off. It's it's hard to.
It's a
to know.
crapshoot, though.
It is, yeah.
Because even in the like emu breeder, whoa, legs everywhere is moving the camera. In the emu breeders groups, a bunch of people say like, oh, I don't even bother weighing them. It's not like, it's not. Okay, thank you.
Hey dogs.
Sorry if this is triggering anybody
Yes, I'm
else's
sorry.
dogs. That's like highly annoying. Pepper, stop. We have a Ring camera out in the driveway, like one of those doorbell cameras. Stop. And they figured out what the alert is for motion in the driveway. So when they hear that sound, they think somebody's here and they get all ruffled.
Get all ruffled.
We need to change that alert sound, basically.
Also, I don't know if you know this, but we have dogs.
Yeah.
And we are sorry because our dogs like freak out whenever they hear dogs barking on TV. So I apologize if your dogs are now barking.
Yeah.
It's a vicious thing. By the way, if anybody wants
the dog. This little puppy is going to spend the weekend at her grandma's house.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna go to Vermont for a night and a half, or a day and a half.
Yeah.
And she's gonna get a sleepover with Teresa Poley. It'll be so fun.
It will be fun for us.
For us,
Probably not for them.
probably not. Well, it's nice. It's nice that Peanut is on
It
the
is
live.
nice. Yeah.
Oh my god.
So we'll ship her right to you wherever you are.
Right.
Pack her right up in a box. She's a little heavy. So we took the dogs. All three of them went to the vet. Speaking of, yeah, it's actually not that often. This one, Peanut, actually tends to be more sensitive and to get into more trouble than the others.
Yeah, Peanut. Like if somebody's gonna catch a cold, it's gonna be Peanut, and if somebody is going to like require some kind of vet medical attention for something,
Somebody's gonna barf. It's gonna be Peanut.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna.
she's sensitive. Now she's trying to leave. Though. All right, excuse us, coming through. Go ahead. Come on, you can do it.
Riveting dog butt content. All right.
All right. Okay, what were we talking about? Emus. Everything is going good with the emus, we think, and we may get 2 more eggs on Sunday. Because so we have 5, 6, 7, 8 right now.
So what's 2 more?
What's 2 more? We really want to make sure that we get both a male and a female. Wow, 39 people in the chat. Thank you so much, guys. This is so excellent of you guys.
It is excellent.
And we're enjoying chatting with you all, even though it's mostly just like me getting bit and Peanut shoving her butt in the face.
Well, as long as I'm happier that she's biting
I know
your
it's
string.
nice that
and
she's
not,
biting my string and not me.
Yeah.
But, the punchy box.
She is going to catch me in the face with one of those paws.
She's gonna catch you in the face?
She's going to catch both of us. But anyway. Emu is going good.
Where did our list go? Okay.
What?
Milkshake brings all the fans to the yard.
Interesting.
I could go for a milkshake though. I was actually almost asked you to buy a milkshake.
Sweet Pea Farm wants a dog. I can go for a milkshake.
Sweet Pea Farm. You got it.
Yeah.
Like
We'll drive her
all
up.
day, every day.
We'll drive her up this weekend. We're probably driving right by you
That's true.
on the way to Vermont.
I had a shot in the butt of Kenalog and the antibiotic today. We must have missed something.
Is it wise to let her chew on the string? Probably not.
But it's better than her chewing on my arm. She must chew like just 24/7.
She's got a serious case of the puppy teeth.
Yeah.
So hopefully as soon as they fall out, she'll...
But you
Let
bringing
go.
it up made her leave, so thank you.
Yes.
Okay. Meeting with town. The first repair was made at the new Old Reading Farm. Anyone want to guess what it was? So we don't have working plumbing, we don't have working heat, we don't have working electric.
But at least we have...
Anyone want to guess? Guesses of what we tackled first? It's really riveting. Oh, chocolate therapy milkshake.
Wow.
Nailed it. She'll never forget that.
I'll never forget that.
Garage door. Oh, Susie.
Oh, Susie, you're
You're a
ruined it.
cheater. Insider information. Yes, so our garage door now closes because before it didn't. It would get like
about a foot.
About a foot and a half, 2 clothes, and then just, oh, you didn't know? Good guess.
No, we did not evict the raccoon yet.
Now we just locked him inside so he can stay forever. Because we figured, like, the easiest ingress and outgress is through the open garage door. So, unnerving when I think of vet visits. Here, the alpaca visits to the vet are uncommon. Is this true?
So, Mohammed, in terms of vet visits for the alpacas, they really only come twice a year. Once a year for rabies, and then twice for CD&T, which is colostrum something and something else. People will be able to.
But your vet will know.
Right. So yeah, very uncommon. The only issue with alpacas is that they are very stoic animals. So if there's something wrong with them, they generally will not show any signs
until they're very far
really,
progressed
really
into whatever's happening.
So.
But as far as like vet visit, we've had alpacas for a year and like 6 months. Yeah. And we've only had planned and scheduled vet visits. We've called the vet to ask questions, I think twice.
Yeah.
But our vet doesn't like charge for that. And if you are able, I mean, you should be able to do your herd health, your monthly health maintenance yourself, or John's self. I don't do that. But as long as you can handle the like maintenance, you shouldn't need a vet to come out very often.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
And also, if you don't keep them with other animals like goats carry a lot more parasites than alpacas typically do. So if you keep them separate, you should be okay.
Should be all good.
All right, so that's good to hear. Thanks, mate.
Happy to help.
And if you get alpacas, tag us in Instagram so we can see them.
Yeah. And if you have any other questions, feel free to send us an email, oldreadyfarm@gmail.com.
Do you? I know we're both in PJs.
Dude, it's like 7 o'clock. It's time for bed.
What was the question? Do you brood emu chicks pretty much the same way you brood other poultry? I don't think that they have to be as warm as like baby chicks.
So they grow super fast.
Right, they're a lot bigger. But our friend Kate, since we're incubating the eggs, she is going to brood them because we don't have space in our, we don't have dog-free space in our house to brood them. I'm cooking dinner. No, we're early to bed folks around here.
Yeah.
So Kate is going to brood them for us because she has like a much nicer, more enclosed barn with like electric already set up in it. So she's going to brood them for us.
Which I'm jealous of.
And we'll have to go have visitation as often as we can.
Yeah.
Oh, website looks great. Hoping to get yarn from you. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll have them. Oh, you know what? And that's a good reminder. I should talk to the shearer. I got to schedule them. So a shearer comes out, I think, in May. And then, so probably by June, maybe July. I forget. It took her a little while.
Yeah, and we only had 2, so, like 1. So last year when we sheared all of our alpacas, we only had 1 Macy turned into yarn. This year we're going to do all 7 of them.
Everybody, yeah.
So.
Well, and also, so it's funny now that you mentioned that. So the guys, when we were talking about alpacas, one of the guys was like, what are you going to do with those alpacas? And I joked and I said, just throw money at them. And then I said, no, but we'll shear them and do the fiber. And he said, there's this lady over here. And he named the street, and I was like, oh, the name of the place where we got our fiber done last year, because we're actually, so she, like, I guess just moved there, like, last year or the year before, and got a permit for all that equipment, and because you went and saw it, and it was all, like, crazy equipment. She said to the guy that, like, this was, like, 1 of 6 ever made, imported from Germany, and blah, 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 like, craziness.
Maybe so we were like in the prime of COVID when I was dropping off our fiber, but she still was very nice to give me like a tour and like show me all the machines, and maybe she would let me do like a video tour so everybody else, like she must have had 13 or 14 like big pieces of equipment, like refrigerator or bigger in size, and like knowing what all of those machines do and how they work and the different like the things that like pull the yarn apart and then put it back together and then twist the strands together. It was mind-boggling. And she also, I was I was like low key trying to get her to like take me on as an apprentice, but she was like, "Oh yeah, maybe when COVID's over."
Yeah.
And like, I don't think she meant it, but it was really cool. Like even to like wash the fiber, like imagine a washing machine, but like 4 washing machines.
I think we'll be okay. We'll come back.
Yeah,
We're back.
my hair is so thick.
Yeah.
I know. It's a pain in the butt. It takes like an hour to brush. I hate it.
Well, and so Carla asked about our pasture layout. Sorry for my thumb in the camera. I just realized that. About our pasture layout for rotational grazing. So we actually have.
Yeah.
So right now they're in like a little more than a half an acre, and they don't use up any of it. When we're going to do a temporary structure for them when we first move to our new house, and then eventually we're probably going to give them, what did we talk about, like 4 or 5
Something like that.
acres, and then we'll have to figure out from there what we're going to do. But you know, as of this moment, we won't have enough alpacas that we really need to rotationally graze. But at some point, we'll need to. So.
And Swarm said, Bruce, alpacas aren't really like known for spitting. I know that it can happen sometimes, but if you want to be afraid of an animal spitting on you, try like a llama or a camel. Those are spitting fools.
So we've only had one instance where our friends were over visiting, and
You know Logan and his daughter?
yeah,
Yeah,
and
she got sneezed on though. But like spitting.
they only spit at each other, and that's only in really extreme
Like
situations.
sometimes when we're hand feeding, they'll like jostle each other for food,
and they'll like hawk it up, but they very
yeah, like
rarely.
I might spit
Yeah.
at you. I might spit at you.
Yeah, they
But
threaten more than they actually.
but in the year and a half, no one has been spit at by any of our
no,
alpacas.
I've only been kicked, I think once.
I've been kicked once.
Yeah.
You've been kicked?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Well, you got Marshmallow
Oh yeah,
tossed you like a wrestling move once, but
I know. Well, Marshmallow's bad.
yeah,
Though then I got her back when we did it with the halter on.
you did.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure because I heard, was that on their live on Sunday? Maya was talking about how he got spit on. I don't know what was happening, but he also
Maybe it's different with boys.
That's what I was just gonna say. They have one boy alpaca, and alpacas are probably much happier in a herd, right? They're herd animals.
Yeah.
So having just one male alpaca might have had to do with why that happened. You know, right? Because like he doesn't have
Yeah.
another alpaca to communicate with,
Yeah.
so
Well, it's like one of those things that you had always said, like, so when you bottle feed alpacas, they can sometimes
go crazy.
go crazy later in life where they see humans as other alpacas
Right.
and then try
Treat
to
them accordingly.
exactly,
Yeah.
which is not good. So
A spit-free zone sign.
you know, like all of these things. So you hear about, so you know, there's roosters that attack people.
Yeah.
There's boy alpacas that attack people. Male dogs do all kinds of crazy things. It's always the men.
Boys
Yeah.
will be boys.
That's why there are a select few male animals, myself included, on this farm.
If the alpaca uses the camel clutch, is that movement infringement? What?
I don't know what that means. What's the camel clutch?
Well, this must be some kind of joke that we just are not aware of,
Yeah.
not cool enough to know.
Yeah.
And someday we will get boy alpacas, so maybe
yeah.
we'll be able to put this theory to the test. But we will have a small herd of boy alpacas. Alpacas and camelids in general are herd animals. They need to be with like with like. So we're gonna get
Yeah.
probably like 3 boys, so that way someday we can have babies on the farm, which is the ultimate goal. Just need some boys. So we'll see. We'll see. You know, maybe once there's boys on the farm, there'll be spitters, and we'll say, all right,
Yeah, maybe we'll revise our.
that's just why it happened.
Yeah.
But
In our experience, like literally none times.
yeah, though my friend's 13-year-old daughter getting sneezed on, she was feeding them like real close to her face, and she got like the full effect
coverage,
of
yeah.
sneeze.
Although also now that I'm thinking about it, I think they may have spit at the shearer, but
Well,
that was an extremely stressful situation.
Yeah. Alpacas do not like to be handled, so
There's
when
a lot of handling of the alpacas
yeah,
on that day.
yeah. So
Yeah.
you can't even really take that into
No.
consideration.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
they're fine.
baby alpacas are cute. They're so skinny and little. I just love them. I want some
Yeah.
someday.
Looking forward to that.
And they gestate 11 months.
It's a long time.
So, wow, what was that? I'm surprised that didn't set off the dogs. I
Well,
just heard
she woke up. There was some kind of like.
a big deep bang.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway.
should we do a chick update? Do we want to show some baby chicks?
Sure.
And maybe while you're grabbing some chicks,
Am I grabbing some chicks?
I got up to look for the strip. So, Mulberry Branch Farm is in here, and we are doing a big hatching egg. I'm calling it a switcheroozy, much to John's disdain. So us and I think right now it's 5 other YouTube channels are trading hatching eggs in order to get some fun new diversity in our farms. Hi Fleetwood Patch, everybody's eggs have now arrived to us, I believe. So that's super exciting. We've got our incubator fully loaded again. Christopher Singleton. Okay, so he said, "I am Samani's, please." One of the people in the egg switcheroozy is called Daybird Aviaries, and he is like an actual chicken breeder. He sells his hatching eggs on eBay, etc. And he sent us the answers to what he sent. Yay, baby chicks! Ooh, excuse me, just want the brown one. Anyway, he sent us the answers to what he sent, and one set of eggs, I think we got about 6. I'm very suspicious it might be Iams. And he said one of the breeds of chicks is very valuable. So, hoping. Oh, aren't they so cute? Cute. Pebbles is a little interested right now. Oh, look at that fluffy yellow one. Bang! Pebbles, be good. You're on camera. Oh, hello. I think you're just gonna leave.
Yeah.
One just jumped onto the coffee table.
All right.
Oh, good. Yeah, rainbow eggs. That's so good dogs. Right now we only have the barnyard mix. So we have our main rooster bros. Okay, bye baby chicks. Got them?
Nope.
There you go. Okay. I just can't even handle the cuteness. So all of our chickens right now are barnyard mixes. We have our main rooster bros, Norman and Jeffrey, and everything's sort of what did you call it? An orgy? So yeah, everything is sort of a hot mess. But I think TNS is participating too, and I think that they are also mixed breeds. So it's very exciting stuff. I'm excited to have a whole nother crew of baby chicks, even though those just hatched literally 4 days ago.
I have no control.
You're okay.
Just throwing that out there.
Do we want to talk about how excellent the USPS has been during this switcheroo?
Well, and we'll be nice because some people we know actually work for the U.S. Postal Service, but I guess we picked a
bad time.
A bad time. With all that weather last week, a lot of our eggs. Well, one of our packages got smushed, which doesn't really have anything to do with the weather, but all of them were late. So that was no good.
Yeah.
So our great egg switcheroo will also be a test of how long eggs stay viable.
Right.
When they're being shipped.
When they're traveling.
So, but we'll see.
Look at that.
She's much bigger than she used to be.
I know. Remember when we used to hold her up like this? Oh, what a good little kiss. Can you fix her other ear, her floppy ear? No.
She's fine.
Yeah. Scrambled eggs. Hopefully not.
Yeah, hopefully not.
But it's just we basically need to call the USPS and find out where they are. Have you still not received your eggs from us, TNS?
Wow.
Ugh. That just makes me want to throw up and scream. Because somebody else messaged us today saying,
They haven't received. They got lost. So,
yeah, they were scanned in New Jersey and then never seen again.
scanned in New Jersey last week.
Yeah. Oh
Maybe the
my
mafia took
gosh.
them.
TNS, maybe we'll put another box in the mail to you because three of our boxes have arrived to their destinations. One
One got smushed.
One is smushed, but two were good, or good enough at least. I think the package that went to Daybird Aviaries had a smushed egg, but
yeah, so if you still have, like, we're happy to send out another one. Oh, interesting.
same thing. Went to New Jersey. Oh, but your package has dahlia tubers in it too. Those better not get lost.
Well, maybe the dahlia tubers will still be.
Flower video sent you on a shopping spree. That's so good. Hi, Salty. How are you?
So glad that she can help.
Help spread the joy and the love. And
Addiction.
the happiness.
Happy wife, happy life, right?
Happy seeds, happy farm. Have you ever heard of a double-shelled egg?
Yeah.
You have? What is it?
Well, it's where you have a shell and then you crack it and then there's another egg inside it.
What causes that?
I don't know.
Did you have that happen? Is that why you asked?
I don't know.
Hidden Springs, I've watched like a bunch of your videos recently with the duck coop.
You have the nicest duck coop I have ever seen in my entire life.
Yes, we're wowed by your duck coop. If anybody is looking into building their own coop or whatever, you should go look at Hidden Springs. It's like boom, boom, boom.
So nice.
Yeah, and the run is just so long and lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Gave me the feels.
Yeah. So long in love.
Yeah. Tried to track my old vending said my tracking number wasn't entered. It's hard.
Frustrating.
It's a frustrating time with the post office right now. And when I dropped off a different package today, and he was like,
That was the GoPro.
Oh, okay.
Because I left it on, I guess.
he said like, oh, hopefully this will get there Saturday. Hi, Red Dirt Ranch. Oh, and Royal Amethyst Acres, same thing. She won our giveaway for the seeds and sent that like ages ago.
Oh, yeah, and that's the one that just showed up.
Yeah, right. Like, just got it. Ugh, it's
frustrating.
It's frustrating. Like,
Yeah.
this is why the government is. What? Never mind. Hello.
Governmental efficiency.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, we like to be positive and have nice thoughts about everything.
Right.
But it's tough to do when, like, so many things happen so poorly in such a short amount of time.
But, like, if Jeff Bezos can get literally anything in the world to my doorstep tomorrow morning, he should have his own shipping company. I would 10 out of 10, like, use the Amazon ship. That's all they would have to call it.
Only if Jeff is driving the trucks.
If Jeff
That's
is
what I-
driving the trucks, I'm gonna, like, chase the trucks around and be like, Jeff!
There's rumors that he was going to buy the Washington football team.
Red Dirt Ranch, what is our most popular video is the
How to build a greenhouse in 5
in 5 minutes. I think it's got like 18,000
Almost 20,000 views on it, actually.
which is wild. It's so amazing. And a lot of people tell us like, oh, that's where we found you and now we subscribe, which is like
Super cool.
Thank you. Love to hear that.
Yeah. There's actually a guy, Brian, who comes to our lives and follows us, and we talk to him on Instagram every once in a while, who was inspired, I think, by us to build his own greenhouse.
Yeah, he's building one right now and
And
it looks so good.
Yeah, he's sharing his progress with it, and it's
Yeah.
looking really good.
Oh, hey, the Geocache family, and thank you. What's the video that you're most proud of?
I don't know.
You know, I was
Good question.
rewatching the electric fence video.
It's a good one.
That video has a lot of editing that I think was
Well,
really well done.
That was one of the first videos where I decided I was gonna. So we filmed everything, like in a time lapse sort of thing, and I explained some stuff, and then also after everything, I sat down and just talked.
Yeah, did some voiceover stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I think. I think that video having like the different layers
Yeah.
of filming and editing made it like a lot more dynamic.
You know.
Except for I was wearing like the ugliest sweatshirt. I was wearing my gray sweatshirt that I
With all the
ruined
paint.
with the paint on it, so I look like a like a trash bag. So people come coming out, and they're like, oh, pretty braid, pretty nail polish, pretty eyeliner. And in that, I'm like, I just look like a garbage bag.
Show your nails. Just did them.
A quick one.
So.
Nervous about putting up a nice greenhouse since we get hit with hurricanes there.
Yeah, that's tough. You saw our fence painting video, and
that's how you found us? Random. So
that's
cool.
our first video, I think.
No.
Yeah, the painting.
Oh, I think. Do you mean that video, or do you mean the mural? I was thinking.
Oh, that's probably the mural.
Sweet pea. You mean the mural, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesse said it's like an ogre. Layers. Hi, Jesse.
Yes. Hi, Jesse. Have you been in here this whole time? Or were you late?
He was probably late.
It's Jesse's birthday soon.
Is it? Mm-hmm. Happy birthday.
2 weeks. And we're going to send him, don't say what it is, we're going to send him that.
Which one?
I think Los Dos, if that's okay. Oh. John really likes the present that I got you.
Better appreciate it.
Yeah. Actually, I think I might have told him what it was.
Huh.
Do you want to see it, Jesse? Most popular video is a video of one of my hens screeching at me because she's super beauty. But the thing is, I couldn't have any...
She's Ford Super Beauty.
Didn't have any eggs. The video probably had... They're gonna like kind of catch on and made the 5-minute greenhouse video, and we both hoped that video would catch on.
That was also, we were able to get featured on Rob Greenfield's channel,
which is a huge opportunity.
It was a huge
so
opportunity.
thankful
It was
for
so
it.
cool. And so the thought was like we should, maybe not capitalize on it, but they were talking about our greenhouse, so we figured maybe we'd make...
When they come to our channel for the first time, if there was like a nice video about the greenhouse for them to land on.
Something short and easy to digest,
right.
So they can watch it. So it's done really well. So that was cool. But also, like, I did a video about fixing our stupid snowblower, and then we started getting snow, and then suddenly that skyrocketed in popularity. So.
And same thing with the electric fence. Even though I do think that the editing of that video was very good, we put out content that's sort of very similar to that every week, in my opinion. So you never really know.
You never know. Never know what's going to be good.
Yeah, I guess you just gotta like try your hardest on every single video and hope that some of them gain the algorithm magic juice.
Yeah.
Dinner is on the table. Nice seeing you.
Good to see you, Jim.
Thank you for coming. Totally appreciate it. That was a
Yeah.
nice surprise.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's fun.
So, do we have anything else on the list?
Nope. Anybody else have any other questions?
Yeah. Any questions? Pebbles is now asleep.
Which is good. Leave her that way.
Oops.
The SEO is tricky to crack. Agreed. It's I don't want to call it like a crapshoot, but
Well, so there's a whole bunch of different elements, and there is some search engine optimization to it, but then there's also like viewer retention and like all kinds of other YouTube analytics that are important, and you never know.
I have 3 videos with similar John Deere titles, but only one had over 600 views. Yeah, that's the thing. And so we felt like alpacas was kind of going to be our like little circle, so we started making a bunch of alpaca videos, and some of them are doing better than others, but some of them are like, like our channel average is like between 150 and like, let's say 300 views.
Yeah.
But then we've got, what did we count? 18 above 1,000, which is great.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so we're in several, for those of you who have channels, we're in several YouTube like home study groups that are really super helpful. And so definitely like go search those out. They can give you a lot of feedback and help. But mainly it's just trying stuff, seeing what works. I can tell you for sure that our like how-to videos tend to get a lot more views. And so it's sort of like, the how-to videos appeal to like a broad audience, and maybe get a bunch of random people in there, but then you still need to have stuff for people to watch.
Hilltop flowers. None of our bulbs have come up yet. We've still got about a foot of snow on the ground, which is just like so infuriating. We haven't seen like grass in about a month. And once the snow finally goes away, we're probably going to be battling mud for the rest of eternity.
Yeah.
But none of our bulbs have come up yet. So.
Emu eggs are doing good. They should be. Still got a long way to go. Jesse asked, "Is it going to be hard to move the bees from one house to the other?" And so hopefully it's not. Basically, we just lock them in at night, and then we'll take the hive, bring them over to the new spot, put them down, and let them out. And
Jesse was the one who asked that?
Yeah.
Jesse, there's a documentary podcast about the pollen thing in California, the almond trees. What was that?
Oh, the video thing?
Yeah, that was a video. Well, I'm gonna send you something to watch because we watched or listened to something about the bees that go and pollinate the almond trees in California. So beekeepers from all over the southern United States like pack up all of their beehives. Like these are professional beekeepers with like hundreds of beehives. They pack them up, put them on a truck, drive them for 3 days to California, unload them, put them in the fields, and then for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks that those, rotten, yes, thank you, in the garden again. Jesse, watch that. It was so interesting to me because they, it really blew my mind. And that's also why we got almond trees. We got 4 flowering, flowering, yes. But seeing the almond fields in bloom, we were like, oh my God, get some of that in here, like now. So we found some hardy almond trees, and we have 4.
A good thing we planted them here.
Right.
And removed them.
Yeah. Well, and
Foresight.
we weed whacked one of them, so now we only have 3. I said we.
I was going to blame it on a dog, but that's fine.
Oh, okay.
Pebbles did it before we got her.
Yeah, she does like to bite those trees. She's bad.
Yep. So.
Yeah, the almond trees, TNS says that they live near some of the almond orchards. They were kind of reminded me of like the cherry blossoms in Washington. Like it's just like suddenly all of the flowers.
And just that they do have an incredible tracker that gets them home. The only problem is their home is the hive, so wherever the hive ends up is usually where they go. And we probably could dig up the trees and move them, but I have a lot of holes to dig already.
So what we're going to prioritize for moving plant-wise, I planted probably about 100 or 125 peony bare roots, and I am not letting those go. The team is going to dig those up and bring those with us, though we're probably going to do it in the fall time. That's when we're going to hopefully be moving most of our stuff, because hopefully we'll have somewhere to move it to by then.
So we're still going to do the flower farm here this year.
This year, right. Because
too much invested in the ground already.
We planted probably close to 1,000, or maybe even more, flower bulbs.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you don't dig up flower bulbs, so we're gonna cut those and sell them.
I forget what video I made the joke in, but it was like, oh, it's that time of year where packages keep showing up that just keep saying bulbs.
Yeah.
Bulbs.
Oh, Food Inc. Yeah, we watched that too. Basically, any documentary about food we'll watch.
Yeah.
So we've got bulbs in the ground that will stay here forever, and then all the peonies I'm going to dig up and bring with us. The blueberry bushes we're going to dig up and bring with us, and
raspberry and blackberries too, right?
Right. Yep. Yeah. The raspberry, the berry bushes, but the trees. So even though we have probably about 60 fruit trees ranging in age from planted 5 years ago to planted the summer before last, I don't think we planted any. So they're all at least 2 years old, and
it'd be tough to move them.
It would be tough to move them, but also like how non-productive they are just like infuriates me. The disrespect of those trees to live here for 5 years and never give me an apple, like.
We did get apples on some of the trees that we bought.
With apples already on them.
Yeah.
Tony doesn't even look at the names on the package. That's funny.
Yeah.
But so the thing that I do though is I make out almost all packages to John. Like I don't know why I do that, but I just
So that I'm the one on the grid.
yeah.
Somebody asked. Missed it. Boop.
You have to click yeah.
I know what to do. Hilltop Flowers said would like to see a few videos of your bouquets. And yeah, like we would love to do that too. Let's get to spring and let's get some flowers.
I know. We do. I think we made like one or two like arrange with us videos in the past, but hopefully I'm going to plant this year as though my life depends on it. Like I've got so many pro-cut sunflowers coming, the seeds, and I've got tons of zinnia seeds, and I want to like make it rain flowers this year. That's gonna be my.
And by the way, like we always joke that I always give Catherine a hard time about buying stuff, but I'm always 100% behind whatever she wants to do, and often encourage her to buy more. Just, I need to keep up appearances.
Yeah.
That I'm not the bad influence.
Oh, hi, Wild Bun Homestead. Thanks for joining us. So we had it too late.
And Red Dirt Ranch, we tried to grow loofahs twice.
We tried really, really hard.
Really
we
hard?
like started them inside because I don't think we're in Connecticut. I don't think our zone is like technically long enough.
Yeah, it's tough growing loofahs up here. I know some people do it, and more power to you, but it's just not we're not good enough or / have enough time.
I don't think it's long and hot enough.
Yeah.
Is the problem.
So we would love to. I would love to, but.
Do we grow any of our own food for the animals? They eat a lot of what we grow, but not necessarily like on purpose intentionally.
Yeah, we did a couple years ago. We sprouted, what the hell was that stuff called?
Winter wheat.
Winter wheat for the chickens, and they loved it, but it ended up being like a bit of a pain in the butt. And then we tried to seed the ground with it, and it didn't grow, so it must have just been too old. But so, yeah.
But so like we grew a lot of radishes, and I don't think anybody here really enjoys eating radishes. So every time we had a crop of radishes come up, I would pull them and just give them right to the chickens. So the chickens didn't really love them either. But,
Too spicy for the chickens.
But alpacas are very picky eaters. They basically don't eat anything other than like second cut orchard grass, hay, and their alpaca chows.
Yeah, we tried to give them like graham crackers and animal crackers and apples and all kinds of stuff, but they really didn't go for it.
TNS, I'm surprised you guys can't grow loofahs since your season is so nice and warm. There's somebody in California who grew loofahs, who like had them. She had like a pergola over her patio, and she had them like dangling down, and they looked so cool. And is that why you wanted to grow loofahs? Because you saw that with me? Or?
Well, and I thought it was cool, and Teresa, Mom, yes, that they are, and so they grow. They look like little squash or big squashes, and then you can take the insides and dry them, and that's what a loofah is.
Yeah. For a long time, I thought loofahs were like undersea creatures.
Right.
You know, like sea sponges, but.
I've tried roasted radishes before, and I was not a fan. But that's just me.
I keep buying radish seeds though, because like everybody talks about them as like the perfect thing to grow.
But they grow.
Like
that's the
quick
thing.
turnaround crop and all this, and I'm like, yes.
Yeah, the chipmunks actually like them.
Is that who ate them?
I think so. Something.
Yeah. But like we got these really like late season super sale gladiola bulbs, and I just like when I planted those, I also like overplanted it with radishes.
Yeah.
I thought that too because they look like sea creatures. They do. They're very sea-like. Lime pickled radishes. Just put them on all sorts of stuff. Radish leaves are good for salad. Well,
we love salad.
We're gonna grow radishes again. It's not like we're not. Maybe we'll try eating them again too. I think the only food that we like really grow that we like enjoy eating that we grow successfully is tomatoes.
Yeah.
You like peppers?
I mean, I do. I think we need to let them turn red before we pick them.
Queen of picking unripe peppers. Oh, and green beans?
Oh, God.
Oh, God. Not last year.
There was a time where, I think it was when we were building the greenhouse, and Catherine was like, so I'm either going to help you build this greenhouse, or I'm going to go pick more
Yeah, it was like my threat. We had an arch trellis just like absolutely loaded. You had to like battle your way in, and you'd pick a whole bunch and then like move some leavovers. Yeah, and get a whole bunch more. It was wild. Sauteed radish with spinach and garlic and olive oil. I mean, probably if you saw anything with if you saute anything with garlic and olive oil, it's gonna be pretty good.
Maybe something to try.
Yeah, and that's how Anne Dorman. That's how she tricks her husband into eating the kale that we give to her every week.
There you go.
All right, 7:59. So we're gonna wrap it up in a minute. We thank you for all being here. 33 people in the chat right now is really super.
That is super great.
It's like
Yes.
I'm so appreciative.
Yeah.
Oh, and if anybody didn't already go, if anybody doesn't follow us on Instagram, check us out. But I posted this log arch, and I said if 150 people like John, we'll build, and 200 people liked that. Like, how freaking cool is that? So we're gonna get a log arch.
And I'm gonna get a new chainsaw.
No, you're not. Christopher Singleton, when you'll help us learn chainsawing a little bit, right?
I know how to chainsaw.
But I think he's gonna offer to let us try his nice big chainsaw.
I just don't want to break it.
No, I know, but we're gonna do it with supervision, with Christopher's supervision. We appreciate you.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, everybody
Yes,
who
thank you,
came.
guys.
We appreciate your time. We appreciate you.
Chatting with us.
Yes.
And we'll see you next time.
See you next week. See you on Friday. Thank you.